girls and boys, and welcome to our Under the Sea lesson where we're going to make an origami fish. Now, many of you might not have heard about origami. Origami is where you use paper to create different things. It comes originally from a country called Japan. Now, we need a piece of A4 paper. Now, if you have a square piece of paper already, that's perfect. But in our home, we only have A4 paper. With origami, they always start with a square shape. Now we know about squares because we've learned about 2D shapes. Squares have 4 sides and they are all the same length. So that's what I'm going to do with my A4 piece of paper. I'm going to make it have lengths, sides that are all the same length. So to do that, I'm going to flip my computer down and I'm going to talk you through step by step how we're going to create a square. Once we've got our square, we can begin to make our fish. So I'm going to tilt my computer now to show you. This is my A4 piece of paper. Now I've got an orange piece of paper because fish can be orange, but you might not have an orange piece of paper at home. You can use any kind of colour because don't forget, fish under the sea are often all sorts of colours. If you only have white paper, you can also use white and add colours with pens or pencils when you're finished. Right, so let's make our square. I'm going to take one corner to the opposite side. The opposite side, and I'm going to line up the sides together. Okay, now this is rather tricky, and if you need some help from an adult, that's absolutely fine. They will help you step by step through this activity. You need to run your finger down this really long fold. Okay, in origami, every fold has to be really nice and crisp. Okay, so this is the shape you've created. Now you need a pair of scissors to cut along here. You must always be careful with scissors at home, so always ask an adult and make sure that you're really careful with them. So I'm going to cut slowly and carefully down this side, saving the piece of paper that I've cut off. Any piece of paper that you cut off to create your square can be used to make a miniature version of whatever you're making. So today, I could use this strip to make a little fish. When you open up your piece of paper now, it will no longer be a rectangular shape, but you will have created a square where you have 4 corners and 4 equal length sides. Now, we already have one fold in this piece of paper. So now we're going to fold in the opposite direction. To help me, I'm just going to turn it around like this. And I'm going to fold to the opposite corner here. Over it goes. Again, remember, be really careful and really accurate. Get the corners to match up here. Run your finger back and then run your finger from one side to the other, making sure that the fold is really nice and clear and crisp. Brilliant. Now it's time to turn our piece of paper over. We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to fold from corner to corner. Here's the first one. One corner to the opposite corner, making sure I have a firm crease. Now I'm going to turn it and do the opposite fold. In origami, sometimes it is really tricky to follow each step. So if I'm going too quickly, just pause the video until you catch up. Sometimes, even as an adult, you have to replay the video to understand what the person is doing. So if you have to replay me or pause me, that's absolutely fine. So now we can see I've got my 2 folds. One going vertically and one going horizontally across my piece of paper. My next job is to make a rectangular shape. So I'm going to fold from one side to the opposite side. Once I've matched it up really carefully, again, I will run my finger across the crease, both sides. Okay, This is the rectangular shape. Now we've done rectangles too. 2 long sides, 2 short sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Brilliant. Now, turning my piece of paper around, I'm going to create a rectangle by folding this half over again. So as you can see with origami, it's all about careful folds to create a shape. There's our next rectangle. Now this next bit can be a little bit tricky to do, so you might have to replay the video, and that is okay. Open up your piece of paper. Turn your piece of paper over, really does help you get this. Put your finger right in the center and you will see some of the creases that you have created. You need to get 1 crease on your right side and 1 crease on your left side, and you're going to bring these creases up to the middle. I'm going to show you again. 1 crease here, 1 crease here. Fold these 2 creases to join in the middle. Once they've joined, you're going to lay it down flat, and again pushing along each of the creases. By doing this, you have created a triangular shape. I'm going to show you one more time. Lay it out as a square, pull it up from the middle of these 2 sides, bring those to the center, lay it down flat, and push out the creases and flatten them out with your hand, creating a triangle shape. Now this will be the mouth of the fish. Your next job is to create the tail. To create the tail, you pick up 1 corner of the triangle and you're going to fold it over this central line, like this, probably just about a centimetre or so over that line. There's about a centimetre's gap here. Just flattening it out. Then open it back out again. You're going to take the opposite corner, and again there is another crease for you to now follow. You're going to fold it over, just over that central line, match it up with the other crease and flatten it out. Okay, last job here is to fold your first corner back over, and you can see that we have created a tail shape for our fish. Now, my advice to you is turn your fish over, flatten it out again. Okay, now all that's left is to add on your eye and the fish mouth. So let's have a look. I'm going to pop my eye up here. You can stick on a googly eye if you want, or you can just draw yours, and a little mouth. Now, if I hold it up for you, you will see that we have created an origami fish. How cool is that? From just a few folds, you've managed to create a fish. Now, I've been having fun exploring origami fish. Look, you know I said that if there was a spare piece of paper, this bit, don't throw it out. Look, you can make a mini one. Hold on, let's get my mini one back in position. So cute. He's come undone whilst I've been talking. Look, isn't that cute? So you could maybe have a mummy and a baby. They could swim in your sea. And this one over here is my daddy. Here's the daddy fish. Aren't they cool? So you can make them in all different sizes, all different colours, with just a few simple folds. Now, don't worry at all if you thought, whoa, Mrs. Bale, that was really tricky, because you can just pause the video and practice those folds. And don't worry, I'm sure Mummy and Daddy would love to help you, and they can create their own fish too. Have fun. Don't forget to send your photographs in so we can see the gorgeous fish that you have made with the skill of origami. Have fun. Bye.